Alright, hope you're ready for a talk and stream. Because I have a strange feeling that might be what almost the entirety, if not the entirety, of this stream is, because we have
Here's your
three.
schedule.
We have 3 districts to walk our way through, don't we? We have the first ward. We already did Newtown. We have to do the second ward again. And then the Harbor District, where I think the story actually is going to continue. But at least the Harbor District is a lot smaller. Let's see if we recognize anybody. I think you should contact them, Minho. I'm sure they'd be willing to hear you out. Really, the only thing we can do now is trust and wait. Wonder if anyone will actually respond to that request I posted on the bulletin board. Please let those rumors be true. With Hayway out of commission, there's no one else I can turn to. Oh, sounds like you put up a request for us. Guess I should go check the bulletin board. As is custom. Oh my, aren't you those 2 performers from yesterday's show? Thank you for putting on such a wonderful performance. Say, you wouldn't be interested in joining the theater troupe, would you? Then I could come see you anytime I wanted. I'm glad you enjoyed it so much, but I don't really plan on making stage shows as part of my job anytime soon. Us coming back as special guests is not the question, though. Aaron is busy with a few other things at the moment, so I'm taking care of his work. I'm taking on some of his work. I just have to be careful not to misspeak when greeting customers. Speaking of misspeaking.
What would you like?
The Peony Blade script. Screenplay for oral film, The Peony Blade.
Please stop by again
A gift for Fairy.
Here's your schedule.
I'll take good care of it. I can barely contain
Nothing here,
Why
right?
don't we see?
Yeah. Got a couple people over here. Big one. Might as well take it. I heard the police sirens last night. They came on just as we were getting ready for our evening performance. The Liu family have been loyal theater goers for ages now. I can't help worrying about how this will all turn out in the end. I was already feeling like I couldn't stack up to Aaron, but even a little girl's upstaging me? How can I possibly compete with those dance moves? Now, if I start doubting myself, that means I've already lost. Alright. Hey, it's Downey. This can't be happening. We drove all the way from Edith for this? Like hell I'm letting them get away with this. Ah! What are you so mad about? Well, I sure wasn't expecting this. It seems like the cops are too busy with all the Hayway stuff to look into it. Kinda worried, honestly. Heard they'll be able to get it back. Sounds like they have a request on the bulletin board, maybe. And I think Downey wanted to come earlier, too. He said no because I still had some things to take care of. Wish I had listened to him. And if they don't get the car back, I'm gonna have to listen to Downey gripe about it for the rest of my life. Did they repo his car for some reason? I happened to be wandering around the first ward yesterday when the police came to search the Liu family's residence. I wanted to let Aaron know as fast as I could, but by the time I got to him, Van Doren had already been taken into custody. Not like we could have done anything for him. I'm sure Fawn wouldn't have wanted us trying to get in the middle of it either. But it's all the more reason for us to expose whoever set the Liu family up. You be careful out there too, Aaron. There have been some weird rumors floating around since yesterday. It got me a little worried. It's like somebody's trying to hurt your reputation or something. Doesn't sound like that big a deal to me, but I'll make sure to keep my eyes peeled.
Oh, lady.
Interesting. Me and the rest of the guys will keep looking into things on our end. Hopefully we'll find whoever's trying to make the Liu family look bad. I appreciate all your help, Aaron. Just make sure you're careful out there too. Got a bad feeling about those rumors I've been hearing. I wonder if it has anything to do with the tyrant. We did take care of him,
Why don't we
think.
see?
but there's always a chance they come up with some reason to bring him back. They always do. Hey, aren't you that guy from... Oh, we did a 4SPG for you in Tharbad. I recognized the girl in the middle, and then I recognized the old dude. Yeah, that was me, alright. Glad to see you again. You sure haven't changed, though your team does seem a little different this time. They're helping me do a restock on some of my supplies. Well, I also wanted to show Sinem around Longport a little bit. This is the first time seeing the world beyond Tharbad. I told you I didn't have to. I guess these buildings are pretty nice to look at. Feels like we're in some far-off land. You haven't seen nothing yet, kiddo. The food, the drinks, it's like a whole new world. Actually, since we're here, why don't we head on over to the theater? We might even be able to catch a show if we're lucky. That does sound kind of interesting. No, we came to help money or shop for supplies. We can't do all our sightseeing after we finish our... We can do all our sightseeing after we finish our work. Alright. You got it, boss. You're always so dependable, Sinem. Looks like she's grown up a little. She was just a smart-mouthed shrimp back when we were in Tharbad. Yeah, glad that she's doing so well. You know, I was a little worried when Sinem first started working at the bazaar. But now I don't know what we do without her. She's practically our biggest asset. She and Fazl get along so well, too. It's hard not to smile when they're around. So this is Longport, huh? It's so much more impressive than I imagined. I'd like to look around some more, but we need to make a few purchases first. Money is fine, but for a market manager, Fazl can be way too easygoing sometimes. It's such a pain keeping him on task. Nem seems to be enjoying herself. I'm glad we decided to bring her along. Anyway, we should hurry and get our business settled so we can take in all the sights. Let's circle around this way. That way we can turn in our quest, and I think we get to the next rank. You wouldn't think it, but Ken has quite the mischievous streak. Last year, when he was pretending to work for us, he would share all kinds of funny stories. Hate to hear that he's suffering right now. Poison. Well, that's business with Young Fu finished. Maybe I'll do a little at-sea fishing for the rest of the afternoon. You know, I actually left my grandkids in charge of the shop back in Edith. I wonder if they'll be okay without me. I tend to think of them as adults most days, but I can't help worrying when I'm not there to oversee everything. I'm worried about Gin. When I heard about his collapse, I almost dropped a whole stack of dishes. I guess all I can really do now is pray for his recovery. Pretty frustrating, you ask me.
Hello there!
Hot twice-cooked pork.
Thank you.
Oh, we can actually make a new recipe, right? Perfect. Fresh mint pudding.
It would be my pleasure.
A refreshing mint pudding, made with care by our set.
Please, help yourself.
48 craft points. And most of those ingredients, I think, are easy to come by. We have a decent amount of each of it, but obviously you don't want to run ourselves out of these materials.
Thanks for the grub. Love me a sugar rush.
Ooh, wrong room. There we go. Report. Nope. I thought we were like short by like 3 points. Maybe that was in a different chapter. We also need to find the garden entrances too, so another reason to look around. We've been getting more and more visitors mentioning their anxiety over yesterday's events. Honestly, this town was still reeling from last year's incident. I only hope that peace will prevail in the coming days.
Heavenly Mother,
We
please.
sent medical supplies over to Dr. Long Kai's office as soon as we heard news about Gien. They were able to give me a brief summary of what the likely cause was as well. I'll be praying for a swift recovery. I heard that praying at this church brings good fortune in business, and considering I've got a lot riding on this upcoming deal. But I saw them arrest Fan Lu for tax evasion yesterday, and now Kowloon Financial Bank stock has hit rock bottom. What if the Heavenly Mother's too busy dealing with all that to help me? There's our garden entrance. Did we give Fairy that
Here's your
one item?
schedule.
We did.
Oh, did you hurt something?
I had a friend who works at a pharmacy at the capital stop by for a visit a moment ago. It was quite the surprise. I think it's been about 4 years since I saw him last, but he looks the same as ever. Honestly, it's like he hasn't aged a day.
Well, allow me
City
to
life.
assist.
It's good for you.
Hope to see you again.
Saw
Allow me
something
to
we had like
assist.
75 of. Hold up. You don't even need these. Beautiful.
Hope to see you again.
Money yet. I was only able to administer proper first aid to Gid because you all brought him in so quickly. However, I've done everything I can for him. We can only rely on the hospital to handle the rest.
Very well.
Oh,
That's what that
you hurt
says.
something?
I bet I can
I'm
catch a
curious
big
to
one
see
here.
how well I'll perform.
Big catch for red perch. Do we have red perch already? Red perch. We do not.
I'm curious to see how well I'll perform.
And it's the most likely outcome here as well. Ah.
There!
A hit! I'm happy to report I caught one.
Ah, almost had it first try. You need an A rank though.
Well,
A hit! My, this one's quite large.
There we go. Break 2 out of that. We got an achievement. Sweet. 2,000 money. Or is it 20,000? I can't remember.
I'm curious to see how well I'll perform.
What is our big catch? Skygill. Do we have Skygill already? Yes, we do. Let's look around some more, see if there's other fishing spots that
go
can
for some
Curious
fishing.
to see
Get
how
us that
well I'll perform.
unknown catch. That seems to be the most likely
I
spot
bet I can
here.
catch
I'm
a big
curious
one
to see
here.
how well I'll perform.
Yeah, that spot there is the best for that missing
I'm curious
fish.
to see how well I'll perform.
There!
A hit! My, this one's quite large.
Oh, got another A rank.
There!
A hit!
There we go.
I'm happy to report I caught
Quicksilver carp. That should be good. I'm not sure what it is, but the winds coming off the sea seem oddly unsettling today. The view here may not have changed over the years, but I suppose time keeps moving anyway. Can we see that one weird abandoned city thing from here? Oh yeah, you can. Good touch. Just barely off in the distance, you can catch it in the background mountain silhouette. Oh, hey, Aaron. See you got the Spriggan with you today. I've been hearing you're doing a lot to help the situation lately. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know, especially if you need a lift anywhere. Fortunately, it's not giving us any lifts. Unless we have a side quest that'll lead us over there, of course. I've got to go make a short run of deliveries after I leave here. Fortunately, that means I had to skip on the alcohol for now. Such is the fate of a truck driver.
Very well.
Yesterday was pretty shocking. One of our regulars saw what went down and immediately came to tell us about it. Honestly, I'm worried about Ashen. Anyways, princess or not, those are her family members. Can't even imagine what she must be feeling. To be honest, I don't really care who's in control of Hayue. As long as I can gamble and drink to my heart's content, I'll be a happy camper.
Well,
You and your friends pick the worst times to visit. Our regulars can't seem to stop talking about how nervous they're feeling. They're mostly worried about their safety and their jobs. Well, at least our pub can act as a sort of refuge for from their problems.
What would you like?
True Dragon's Tom Yum. I do love a good Tom Yum soup.
Come again.
I'm full.
Also, look at all these stat boosts we're giving to them. And Arts Defense.
Indeed.
You guys, huh? Kinda figured you'd show up eventually. All the commotion was definitely surprising yesterday, but most folks have just been going about their business as usual. Seems like that's Hayway's doing though. Guess they wanted to step in and keep things under control. Well, yeah, this may just be family trouble to them, but it's in their best interest to keep citizens from panicking. Anyway, can we assume that drinking first thing in the morning is your own kind of business as usual? Hey, this is still my first drink of the day, alright? Let the guy take the chance to relax. Oh, by the way, are you guys familiar with Seven Hearts? That's a card game that's been real popular recently, right? This is the first time I'm hearing of it. Rules are a bit different from other card games, but that doesn't stop me and Hal from getting hooked on it. Good for workers to take a break every now and then, don't you think? So what do you say to playing around? I don't think that sounded as convincing as you thought it would. Perhaps we'll take you up on the offer at a later time. Maybe now. Here I was seeing that mess from last year with the Lai family was finally calming down, but now the Liu family's caught in the eye. I worry whether the flames fueling this feud of theirs might spark a whole new fire. Play Seven Hearts. Alright, we'll play around of 2-on-2. Better pick a partner, Van. Who to pick? Set. Best possible partner. Let's see if I can win this.
All right.
Don't you
let the
dare
games
cheat, Jack.
begin.
We know how you do. Trying to remember what the cards do here. Yeah, so this is a good card. We basically are going to exchange this with somebody else.
Kick back and relax.
Or do we collect this turn? Let's collect this turn.
This should do it.
I'll take that damage. Playing the long game.
I can see the gears turning in your head.
Alright, I say we
Is
play our
something the
hand as we are. Get it going.
Did that hurt?
Just kick back and relax.
I can see the gears turning in your head.
Just kick back and relax.
I will start these cards anew.
Well, Rosette
I am
won.
victorious.
Does that mean we win in general? Oh man, lost, huh? Well, at least I had a good time. Here, take these as thanks for playing with me. I'll take it. Thanks. Oops. Well, we don't need to play him again, so... It's just sampled. Cool.
This is
I'm
an
curious
adequate
to see
spot
how
for
well I
fishing.
perform.
Hey, Aaron. Things get hairy around here again. I'm counting on you to help me out.
You got it, Pops.
Still popular as ever, I see. It's hard to know how our daily lives will be impacted now that Hayway's eldership is out of balance. Sometimes it seems like Longport is simply fated to suffer.
Come on in and...
I just got back from dropping off a load of natural remedies over at Dr. Longpite's palace. You guys heard about Elder Gin collapsing the other day too, right? The doctor wanted to make sure he had enough supplies on hand in case something like that happens again. I'm just glad I was able to help him out.
My stuff can't be beat.
Yeah, it's 2,000.
I'll be waiting for you.
It's 10 each. Just gotta remember that.
That was pretty filling.
This is an adequate
curious
spot
to
for
see how
fishing. well I'll perform.
Did catch red perch. I believe red perch was the one we just caught. Fishing is low priority for memorization, so... Yeah, we got red perch.
I'm curious to see how well I'll perform.
As I dragged Darren away in handcuffs, all I could do was watch. I think there could be a saboteur within the Liu family. I must oust this individual immediately. Still, no matter what happens, I intend to protect Lady Asha with my very life. Oil. Anyway, I still can't believe Han Darren was arrested. I mean, I don't think anyone around town's got anything bad to say about the guy. Out of everyone in Heiwei, he's known as the most genuine. Still, that doesn't mean he's never done anything wrong.
What'll it be?
Colored Fang Cord for Swin. Sure. Alright, we can get the Platinum Choker. Cool. 20 evasion. Need a few more of the items for the, some of these other things. Don't we have the other wallets? Are they just equipped so we can actually exchange them? Is that what's happening? See, I'm thinking that I get some of these. Owned equipped. Okay, so yeah. Because I have the Ingert wall equipped, the Camel wall equipped, and the Buffalo wall equipped. You have to unequip those.
Thank you.
Hey, look, the wallet.
What'll it be?
Oh, we'll also buy that.
Thank you.
Can't forget.
What'll it be?
Is there any others that we can make? No. Making red pendulums, good idea.
This must be the Eastern Quarter.
Burn blind fear. Fear could be potentially bad. Maybe I'll just make these two. Delay slow stat down. That one is less bad. Prevent seal and mute. So if we do that, we should be able to get a green metal, right? Oh, green metals require green pendulums to make. And so on for the rest of them. Is there a reason why I can't make this? Like, literally nothing is stopping me from making it. I have two that are owned. Confusing. Are they just not allowing us to get this right now? I guess. That's kind of mean. We have the resources and they're in the menu.
Thank you.
I'll admit, I am a little nervous.
You're free
But it's
to
okay.
consider that I will.
Aaron's here to help us.
Mr. Popular over here. All the grown-ups in town had such serious looks on their faces yesterday. It had me a little worried. I wanted to know what was going on, so I actually rushed over to see it for myself. I'm just glad it wasn't anything that happened last year. Oh yeah, she has the last book we need, right?
All my merchandise.
Viral times extra issue, you say. Full Chef Oshus? Viral times extra issue. Okay, so we should be able to exchange for that
What'll it be?
special
Thank you.
magazine.
What'll it be?
Magazine one. The Proverbs of Divinity. Speed 10, accuracy 100, critical 20. The accuracy 100 is my favorite part of that.
Thank you.
I take great pride in all my merchandise.
Let's buy like an extra one of those. With him studying abroad, I'm sure Shin must be worried sick. That's Shin. Must be worried sick after finding out his dad was arrested. I hope he's alright. Don't worry, Ashen already got in touch with him and told him to stay put. He apparently already been talking about coming home. I didn't realize. Well, I'm glad she got to him before he could do anything.
Step right up.
Bon Lu getting arrested yesterday sure came as a shock. Everyone ran right over to the Lu residence to catch a glimpse of what was happening. My customers are pretty confused over the whole thing. I just hope none of it starts hurting my business.
Take all the time you need.
Kentao Jakai. Probably pronounced it wrong. Butchered
Seeing
it
you.
like all these other names, because I do not speak the language. But I try. To my own detriment.
That was pretty filling.
We're almost at rank 14.
Oh, Aaron! Thank you so much for your help earlier.
My pleasure. I'm just glad
Hey,
everything
friend.
worked out.
Got something you'll
The
like.
citizens are more composed than I expected, given the present circumstances.
That's because they know Aaron has their backs.
Way to go, little Spriggan of Longport.
Shut up,
Very
I'll
well.
kick your ass.
Still, I need to hurry up and fix this situation before it starts affecting everyone in town.
I can hear your internal monologue, Aaron. Anfa. Considering everything that happened yesterday, I was a little concerned about what the mood around town would be like. But thankfully, it seems like people are feeling as high-spirited as ever. Maybe I should take my daughter shopping with me after all. Mama, can I come shopping with you? Enlightening. I thought about selling my wares in another town, but I'm stuck in Landport for the time being. Of course, now there's all this upheaval with Heiwei to deal with. It might just be a blessing in disguise, though. Now I have an excuse to sell off all my Moshi stuff before the cops figure me out.
I got some good stuff.
Moshi gloves. Strength plus 7, because you just
as
smack the
always.
crap out of them with those giant hands.
My noodles are the best in town.
Han Darren. You know, he'd actually stop by for noodles sometimes. He seemed like such a kind man, too. I mean, he was always so nice to me and the shopmaster.
Very well. What'll you have?
Fusion Han long cut noodles.
Come again.
I'm full.
Hey, Arts attack up. And we have a new recipe.
Got it. I'll try my hardest. I did a taste test first.
As is the chef's right. Chef always gets first taste on a new
That was
recipe.
Yummy.
Alright. For SPGs, what do we got?
Why don't we see?
Missing Dragon Chariot. Landport's Lunar New Year Festival is right around the corner, and the Dragon Chariot, Red Star's signature vehicle, has been stolen. However, considering Heiwei is likely busy with other matters at the moment, we thought it best to ask for your help instead. I'll be waiting for your answer in front of the Eastern Theater. Chief Minho. That's it? Okay. We'll continue with this quest later. Let's move on to the second ward and talk to everybody else
Time to
here.
depart.
We also have to make sure we go to the, we have to go to the bathhouse. That is a required event. Oh wow, that performance really fired me up. I'm so glad I got to see it twice. I knew that overnight train was worth it. Right, now that my head's clear, I'm gonna put all my energy into making those meetings a success. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think my meeting at the Great Spire's happening till 7 p.m. Guess I got time to kill. Oh well, I never really got the chance to take a look around the second ward last time. Maybe I'll go see what they have to offer.
Second ward has its charms too.
Wonder if Mason's doing alright. She mentioned they were holding that cooking competition at a restaurant today. Honestly, with everything going on lately, I can't help worrying she'll set the wrong person off. Got a strong sense of spirit after all. You get what I mean, right? Although, if anything did happen, she'd probably be more than capable of dealing with it herself. Melchin and I aren't exactly childhood friends, but we've known each other for a long time. I really admire her strength of character. I could stand to learn a thing or two from her, honestly. See, back when Mason's father passed, he decided to leave the restaurant to her. But when the Live family tried butting in, she stuck to her guns. It's like she doesn't know fear, and that worries me sometimes.
What can I get for you?
I want to get to a nice, even number.
Hope it's to your satisfaction.
Oh, that was wonderful. Seems the owner's training at Kowloon Hotel really did pay off. Every time I visit the area, I make it a point to eat at this restaurant. Honestly, I'd recommend this place over all others in the ward. It may seem like your average Eastern cuisine at first, but the owner's skill quickly becomes apparent. The exterior makes it look a bit folksy, but you'll be sure to sample the most innovative flavors of the century. Nothing like that Italian soup. Oh. Italian slop.
Welcome to Life Ufandi.
Have you had a chance to see what I posted on the bulletin board? I'd feel a lot better if I had your help on this. Oh, I guess you must have put out a request. Better go check the second ward's bulletin board.
Indeed. What can I get for you? Thanks a bunch.
I like how... I like the little touch of Van doing everything by his system. Whereas when we did it with Agnes, it was just like, oh, you had a request for us? Oh, well, we'll just take it now then. We don't have to go to the board and grab it. Today is the day of the Great Longport Cook-Off, and our restaurant's going to be its proud host. My sister's sure to win this year. Why don't you guys come and check it out? If we have time.
Let's see here. What did I need to pick up next?
Hey, Jingi, take a look at this. My friend gave them to me. I think we can use them to do something fun. Huh? Wait, that's alcohol. We're still kids. No, they're all empty. My friend was just going to throw them away, so I thought why not take a few? Look, maybe we can use them for kick the can or something. Oh, you're right. That's a pretty good idea. I'm sure we can use them for some other things too. Let me think. What do people usually do with bottles? Oh, I've got an idea. Let's go try it out. What are they gonna do? I'm sure Jinky will find something cool for us to do. He's all kinds of smart. He keeps going on about how much stuff I know, but the only reason I'm good at catching bugs and fishing is because I've done it so much. Jinky's the real brains around here. He comes up with all the fun ideas. Sweet bliss. Sigh. I could really go for a hot bath. I was so tempted to drop by here yesterday after we wrapped up work. Yeah, but we didn't have time, and even if we did, I doubt we would have been in the mood for it. I settled for a shower at the hotel, but it didn't get rid of the fatigue. Heck, I'm still kinda worn out. In that case, how about we make a quick stop? I believe a change of pace could do us all some good. Maid's encouraging us to slack off. Damn, all the Gehenna must have broke loose when I wasn't looking. Does this count towards the achievement progress?
You're really giving off 40-year-old man vibes right now. You sure you're 25?
Can it with the old man bit for a second, will ya? Let me enjoy this. And don't forget that you're gonna be 25 in 5 or so years too. When people start calling you old, I'll be the one having the last laugh.
Nah, I'm I'm gonna be young at heart for life. Just you wait. Even at 50, I'm gonna be cast in loads of female theater roles. My seduction act's leveled up since our long night trip, you know.
Yeah, you have that bewitch skill now.
See?
Oh, for the love of Adios. You're such a damn brat, you know that? Oh well. I can endure your shenanigans when I'm here. This is the epitome of relaxation. Even you seem to have loosened up a bit too. Someone harmed your family. I know for sure that you're pissed, as you should be. But you haven't gone rushing off on your own, which is exactly what the Aaron of last year would have done. That's a sure sign that you're growing up.
Don't act like you can see right through me. I've just learned that there's only so much I can do alone. I pounded that lesson into my head. I'm not relying on you, Fairy, or anyone else. I'm just not turning down hands when they're outstretched.
Character development.
If I'm gonna fend off the thing that's inside me, and if I want to prove that I'm different from him, I need to accept help from others. And you've been thinking the exact same thing. After all, you did just say you'll be laughing at me in 5 or so years. You're actually thinking about the future. That's a sure sign you're growing up.
Way to throw my words back in my face. You're right, though. In that way, we're in the same boat. We really ought to pull ourselves together, don't you think?
Hey! Hands off the hair.
No head pats.
This is a nice treat. It's not often that you and I get to share a bath together.
I suppose you aren't wrong. Although, I have accompanied you a number of times at one of the public baths in the capital. By the way, I noticed you've grown a little since our stay in Longlai.
You think so? I can't really tell myself.
Well, you're almost 14 now, so I would expect a growth spurt or two in the coming years. Bear in mind, though, that even with an organic body, you will not grow much once you've reached adulthood.
Is that really how it works? Huh. I wonder if I'll find the answer I'm looking for by then.
Is something on your mind?
Oh, it's nothing. Just spaced out for a sec. Hey, Rosette? I need your advice on something. How can I, become like you and Agnes?
Genetics.
What do I have to do?
It seems she is coming into her womanhood.
All right, I think I'm ready to hop into the sauna. Time for my revenge. You're not beating me this time.
Can we not? I'm so sick of these dumbass endurance contests. I've told you, saunas are a sacred...
Aw, don't tell me you're leaving already.
The hell are you doing in here?
What the hell? What are you doing here?
Oh, you know, I heard you guys were in here and thought it'd be fun to hang. So here I am.
Just one of the dudes.
What's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
Izuna Rem Misurugi.
Oh, so mixed baths aren't a thing here? That's weird. Oh well, at least it was only Van and Aaron, so it's no biggie.
The hell's that supposed to mean? Yes, I heard mixed baths are a custom of the Far East. Men and women who've never met before sharing a bath? That kind of thing would never happen in the Central East. Didn't the person at the front desk try and stop you? Nah, I was in stealth mode. I totally forgot to turn off my camouflage when I came into town. I have no words. Anywho, this almond ice cream is amazing. It's just the thing I needed after a hot bath. Glad I took your recommendation. And I'm glad you liked it. Don't you just love almond jelly flavor and that exquisite velvety sensation in your mouth? It's a quintessential dessert of the Eastern Quarter. If you don't get a taste of this every chance you get, then what are you even living for? Here he goes again. You're done with your dumb sweets rant? Great. Now let's talk about shit that's actually important. Hey, they're important to me. Now then, we have a few questions for you. Chief among them being, what brings Ikaruga second in command to Longport? So who's Ikaruga's leader anyway? And you sure you're not in your usual combat attire? What's with the wardrobe change? Oh, this? I spotted in one of the shops and thought, ooh, I have to have that. No, I really don't know much about Western style clothing or fashion. It does look weird on me. No, I think it suits you. Well, I guess it's true that you don't stick out as much in this compared to that battle suit. But that's neither here nor there. Aw, why are you so tense? I'm not here to fight, I swear. This meeting was total coincidence. Things died down with my main gig, so I thought I'd take some time off. I'm here on vacation. Well, aside from me picking up the occasional odd job here and there, a girl needs spending money. You going through life without a single care in the world. That odd job is a bit suspicious enough on its own, but I can't help but wonder what that main gig could be. Does that mean whatever they're up to in Long Lai is finished? There are some things in your life that you're better off not asking about. Hey, did you just read my mind again? Stop that. You are truly an enigmatic figure. Anyway, I just came to this town on a whim. And it's a good thing I did too. Things are getting pretty interesting around here. Word is that there's been some faction disputes within Heiwei. This whole place is like a powder keg set to blow. The concept of interesting's pretty screwed up. You realize that? What, you get your sick kids from watching people suffer? Well, when you put it like that, it makes me sound pretty heartless, huh? Nah, honestly, I'm mostly just interested in that foremost fighter person. Oh, right, we heard about him from Jack yesterday. He hasn't made any moves yet, at least none that we've heard of. Not to change the topic, but do you mind if I ask you something? You know any good sightseeing spots here? Or maybe some fun activities? Well, that was random. Thanks to everything going on behind the scenes, most of all the tourist attractions are closed. I really want to do the eroded cave tour, but no dice. Oh yeah, we did that last year as part of Ashen's request. Yeah, I remember that. Fun little side gig. That attraction was run by Heiwei. Now I think about it, I don't think they've done any tours since the beginning of the year. Is it possible they're closed for the winter season? No, they're supposed to be running them year-round. I wonder if that'll be important later. It probably will be. Anyway, we didn't come here to be your personal tour guide. You want one? Go ask someone else. Ow, so cold. Got a block of ice for a heart or something? Well, better get back to work. Got another one of those odd jobs to do. Good luck with whatever you're up to. Though I have a feeling we'll be bumping into each other again real soon. Off she goes. That crazy lady's taking a real shine to us, huh? She'd be so much less of a hassle to deal with if she was just some battle-crazy idiot. Sigh. And here I thought this would be a good chance to relax and unwind. I feel even more exhausted than before. Same. I wonder what our odd jobs entail exactly. Who knows? No use racking our brains over it. It will be important later. It did not count towards the sauna visits. See. I feel kind of bad for taking Wong surfing. I mean, I didn't think he'd throw us back out. He said he wanted to try something new, so I figured I'd invite him along. Seems it was a little too much for him, though. Ah, so you're the culprit. You're the guy Wong's been hanging out with lately? Guess you two have been shooting the breeze. I guess I have seen you two shooting the breeze. Yeah, we really hit it off while he was training me in Tai Shin. I've been taking him out for fun ever since. He may look old, but he's crazy adventurous. Anytime I invite him to try a new sport, he's all in. Still, surfing was a little too much for him, so I've been racking my brain about what we should try next. Something less rough, maybe. Just don't let him go too far, alright? Martial arts is the only hobby Wong's had since he started working here. But he seems to have his heart set on finding new hobbies ever since he retired. As I've been trying to get him into sports more popular with young people, you know, in exchange for when he trains me in Tai Shin. Are these anything? Don't look like it. I think I see a cake on it. On one of those flyers on the wall. Well, if it isn't Aaron and that old Spriggan fella. Great to see you boys again. So, what do you think of the bands? You're Wong, right? Aren't you the guy who was teaching Tai Shin over at the park in Newtown? Now that I think about it, I guess you didn't mention something about running a bathhouse. And here I was wondering why you weren't out training today. You must have been here the whole time. Huh, didn't realize you guys had met already. Anyway, it's kind of weird seeing you working the counter again. Last time I saw you here was ages ago. Well, you see, not long after my first meeting with Van here, I threw my back out while trying to surf. Dr. Long Kai warned me to lay off the martial arts for a while, said I should get as much bed rest as I can. Guess that explains why you've been working the front so often. Need something to occupy that live wire brain of yours. You certainly seem quite spry for a man of your age. Well, I'm not always one for telling my elders how to behave themselves, but try not to overdo it, alright? Anyway, we'll probably swing by the bathhouse again at some point. See you then. Apologies for worrying you. I promise to be more careful. Just know that you'll always be welcome here. I should be on front desk duty for a while yet, so feel free to stop by whenever.
Feel free to enjoy the
That is a voice. Bathe.
This is perfect.
Ugh, I'm really working up a sweat.
All right, back in business, baby.
Stay warm
Damn right.
out there.
One vitality droplet. Great to Van. Now I think about it. Oops. There we go.
Weird.
I tried my hand at all kinds of work in the past, but this is about the only thing I enjoy doing these days. Putting my retirement aside, it's nice to experience what it's like to be a new hire once more. Besides, it's not like I ever plan to try surfing again. Until the adventure calls. Somebody over here that we missed. Guide Kessin. Things have been real touch and go ever since that whole situation with Hayway happened. You see, in times like these, most people tend to avoid more seedy businesses after dark. But don't worry, old Kassin here knows all the safest and most relaxing places in town.
So
we'll just continue circling around. Check out the restaurant again. Probably won't be allowed to enter,
Let's see here.
but it doesn't hurt to check it anyway.
Just one more quick. Just one.
Oh, we also didn't read the new edition of the Taro Times. The Lai family's had a lot of influence in this part of town for quite a while now, for better or worse. The shop and restaurant owners had to get accustomed to them coming around to do business all the time. You know, even they tried barging in on the restaurant Mei Shin inherited from her late father. He stood real firm, though. Heard it was a pretty big blow to their pride. To be honest, I was kind of worried the Lai family would do something to retaliate against Mei Shin. Thankfully, my shop's been able to stay free of their influence for ages now. I know all their old tricks. Anyway, I like that girl's attitude. That's why I've been trying to help her out here and there, without being too obvious, of course. But it'll be her guts that really keeps her business safe.
Do me a favor and decide already. Come back whenever you like.
Man, I can't believe what happened to the Lu family, though. You really think that was all the Lai family's doing? Yeah, I've heard the Lai family still got a few members running around. I don't think it could be anyone else. Damn it, just what are they up to anyway? I don't know what made them change so much. Maybe the foremost fighter could fix things? It's gotta be around somewhere.
Well,
With the Lai family out of the picture, I kind of figured the Lu family would take the chance to expand their territory. But what'll happen if the Lu family goes under with them? Will Langport even survive? Well, I guess there's not much we can do about it.
Right.
No telling what will happen to us now. Still, we'll do everything we can to make sure the second ward we know and love stays safe and sound. I know the Lai family can seem pretty rough around the edges at times, but they're the ones that made the second ward a better place to live in. Still, we're pretty disappointed in them. All their greed and double dealings have really made a mess of Longport. You know, I've never really heard anything about the family head getting his hands dirty, but he's the one that put everyone up to this. Somebody was talking about how there's a bunch of bad stuff happening over in the first ward. Wonder what it is. Are the Lu and Lai families fighting over something? Why can't they just get along? Not only is the Lai family in trouble, but the Lu family as well. What's gonna happen to us, to Longport? If AoE falls into disarray now, I worry for our future, for my grandchildren's future. That is not a shop. That is environment. I can't believe the restaurant is being used like that. Well, maybe this will be a good chance for me. I mean, it's not like I can make a living at some other restaurant. Can't make a living. Still, I like that working here let me stay near the second ward. After all, it's where I was born and raised. I wasn't intending on leaving town or anything, but maybe I'll wait things out for a bit and see what happens. This is the spot where the remnants of the Lai family were lying in wait. Looks like the Lu family's already sealed the place off. Understood.
I could go for some fishing.
What have
Bulletin
we
board.
got?
One for SPG. The Great Longport Cook-Off. Every year, all the restaurants in Longport hold a competition to judge who can prepare the best dish. However, with things being as they are lately, we need a bit of a helping hand in getting everything set up. If you're willing to pitch in, please meet me at my restaurant. I'll give you the details there. That's all the 4 SPGs. He didn't give the comment about the scent being gone. Strange. See, does he have the... He has like the S-Craft boosted ones. So basically, when Van kills an enemy, enemies drop double the items. Neat. And I believe that counts for if they drop cores as well. How can we increase the damage further? And nothing really tied to that, so we could throw Break 2 on there. That'll be useful. And throwing in P2, if we can get one, we have a single in P2 equipped by Aaron.
That's a single element slot.
We have a singular cast 2. Why wouldn't I just throw Serendipity up here?
Element slot. That's a single element slot.
But they get double the stats, so it's honestly the better choice. He doesn't even need cast. He needs action. Sadly looking. Oh, there's a hit 1. That'll do. Make it so he's less likely to miss. And before I forget, we're gonna go with Aerial Dust for our art spam of choice. But we can use Meteoric Gravity. We haven't tried that yet, so we'll use that once. Meanwhile, he gets a Thalos and something else. Probably Aura Breath. I've noticed we've been needing some good AoE heals, and it just ain't there. That will do, I think. She doesn't have equipment. It will not do yet.
Understood.
Okay.
Alright. Side quest time. I believe we had to have a fight. I believe it was Aaron and the Bracer that's currently following our party versus Aaron and the Bracer's brother. I have nothing to say in regards to Master Sun. Right now my priority is focusing on my duties. I must polish my abilities for the sake of my family. Also, it's only been an hour. It's been a lot less time than I thought it would to talk to everybody. Master Tai Long's out at the moment. He said he had to investigate something in relation to a former pupil of his. By the way, I heard his son's planning to drop by the dojo soon. Don't know why he'd bother, though, especially after he turned his back on us like that. Well, why don't we, ask? Well, the visiting van. You're a ways away from Edith, friend. I'm surprised you knew I was... yes, my little sister. I'm sure this will be exciting. Brother, I demand we have a duel. Your skills have withered in your self-exile. As your family, it's my duty to beat you back into shape. Well, that's no way to greet your brother, Xiaoling. Right on the steps of the dojo, no less. Actually, I'll have you know that I came here of my own volition to renew my sense of purpose. Like I believe that, you're just snooping around because Baba's out. Saw right through me, huh? Sorry about my little sister trying to drag you into this mess, Van. Look, Xiaoling, I'm just a pharmacist now. I already decided to leave the way of martial arts to you. I only came back here on a whim. Hey, would you guys mind escorting her home? Mother... Stop treating her like a child. She came here to talk to you about something serious. Don't you think you're being rude? She may be your little sister, but she still deserves your respect. You can at least hear what she has to say. I guess you're right. Harry, thank you. Milan, I've never given up on my dream of bringing you back to the dojo. So if I win our duel, promise me that my dream will come true. In return, if I lose, I'll resign from my position as a bracer. Hey, hold on a second. You would go that far? I see. You're very determined, aren't you, Xiaoling? After all, you even brought the Spriggan along. Means you knew I wouldn't go along with this otherwise. I take you understand my resolve then. Now, let's... However, I cannot accept those terms. I'm assuming you planned on pairing me up with Van? From someone from another school in a battle to decide who succeeds the Gekka? You see where I'm going with this, right? You have a point. He's got me there. Wonder who would make a good replacement. Not that I plan to help search for one, mind you. My poor old back would simply give out on me. Hey, I thought you were finally taking this seriously. It really didn't sound like he'd be budging anytime soon. Now I gotta find someone to take Van's place, huh? What a pain in the ass. A martial artist that can not only match Lilan's superior skill, but is also a practitioner of the Gekka school. I doubt many fit the bill. Gotta be someone we know. What about that guy at Longkai Clinic? I see. Yeah, I'm sure he'd be a good match. Let's go have a talk with him. Alright. To the clinic.
Off we go.
Oh, did you hurt something?
Van gave a brief explanation of the situation to Shen Li. I see. I thought I'd heard something about Lilan's return. Please, if there's anything you can do to help us. As a bracer and a member of the Gekka school, I'm sure you can imagine how I feel coming to you of all people. But if this is the only way to convince my brother, then I have no problem asking a former Shangshou for help. Former Shangshou? Shout? I've heard the price is high for leaving the role of Shangshou. Well, I won't deny it. Look, we've no intention of digging into your past. All we need is a little help. I'm assuming you know Lilan. Yeah, I guess you could call us childhood friends. We used to go to the dojo together. Lots of Gekkei practitioners in Heiwei's ranks. I've never stopped training, but not because I want to keep up with my Shangcho days. No, I keep training because I'm committed to never performing acts of violence ever again. I think that's more than enough about me, though. To be honest, I'm a bit skeptical of what Lan's true intentions are. Yeah, too. In any event, the past doesn't matter now. I want you to help as my brother's childhood friend, not a former Shangshe. I expect he remembers a core principle of the Gekkei School. Violence is to be rejected, not embraced. Yeah, I remember Master Tai Long teaching us that. Why not give them a hand then? Dr. Long Kai. You're worried, no. I think you should do as your heart desires. You're right. For the sake of an old friend, I accept your request. Thank you so much. I'm sure my brother will be thrilled. I was also hoping to finally get a spar in with Van, but it seems it just wasn't meant to be. Please, I'm more than happy to sit this one out. Maybe next time. Anyhow, please give me some time to prepare. I'll come by once I finished up over here. Alright, let's head back to the dojo. Dr. Long Kai knows what I've done, and he's kept a watchful eye on me for as long as I've been in his service. That's partially why I swore that I'd never fight again. But if it's for an old friend, I suppose I can make an exception. Just let me know when the preparations have been made. Eren
Go, go, go!
is going to be the main party member. How are we going to be doing this? We'll give him that because it's good, and then we'll give him probably the Grail ring. Yeah, Grail ring is better than the locket. So, yeah, or whatever the other one was that only gives 50%. It's the Amulet of Law. There we go. That should suffice for keeping him alive. Hopefully. And the Thalas will be able to last him in terms of healing.
What's more?
That seemed. Brother, we found your match. Or do we not control? Because we assume we want the Bracer to win. So soon? Well, this certainly wasn't who I was expecting. Been a while, Elan. So now even poor Shenli's been dragged into my baby sister's selfish schemes. I imagine you're not exactly thrilled to be here, huh? I'm just glad to get the chance to help a friend in need. Look, if you want to keep lazing around for the rest of your life, all you gotta do is win. No need for any sappy shit. But, you're gonna have to clear up all the stuff you threw to the wayside. Your actions affect more than just you. I guess running away is a bad look. Alright, I accept your challenge, Xiaoling. Yes, that's all I wanted to hear. I wasn't so sure he would accept. You've got this. Okay, yeah, that's how it is. I'll be expecting you to not pull your punches, Xiaoling. Let's do this. Of course.
Let's play!
She is just a,
Let's do this, Shaolin! We won't go easy!
she is not controlled by
Now's a
us.
good time to boost, displaying enemy stats.
Well, should we start off with a big note?
Energy output at maximum.
Send you flying! Here goes!
Activating skill. Boost gauge leg crush.
Can't go on.
You'll hit!
Keep going! It's go time!
That didn't take very long, did it?
Energy output at displaying enemy stats.
Don't drop your guard!
Activating skill.
Gotten stronger.
Easy peasy. That S-Craft did all of the work for us. We did it, Aaron. We won. If there was ever any doubt. Oof, ouch, my bones. I haven't seen that much action in a long time. You don't even look winded, Aaron. I didn't think I'd ever get to fight alongside you again, Shenley. Your skills sure have gone dull, though. Well, I could say the same to you. Let's just say we both did our best and leave it at that. You know, I think this duel's given me a better understanding of you, Lilan. And still, I believe you to be the best choice for taking over the dojo. You're more than qualified even as you are now. It's what Baba wants, too. I'm glad to hear you say that, Xiaoling. Really, I am. However, I'm afraid I cannot honor your request. Sorry. But you promised. You said if I won, you'd take over the dojo. Unfortunately, little sister, that isn't quite what I said. Besides, don't you think it's a little strange for a person who just lost a duel to be put in charge of a martial arts school? Why are you so... The request is just for us to participate in the fight. Now that it's finished... Ah, screw it, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to give him a push in the right direction. I'm gonna provoke him. Alright, sounds like that's a case closed. Too bad your dream of laying low for the rest of your life didn't come true. Guess it's time for you to turn in your resignation, Xiaoling. What? There's no need. After all, if I don't honor my promise, she shouldn't have to either. You sneaky SOB. Xiaoling came to you with serious intentions. If you never planned to honor her commitment, then you shouldn't have accepted her challenge in the first place. Mother. Sure how to make someone feel bad, don't you? What you said is true, I have no excuse. That said, I'm still not able to give you the answer you want. Whether or not someone's qualified to become the next master isn't simply a matter of martial prowess. There's also a deep sense of purpose, reputation, propriety. All these are necessary qualities for a master to have. And Xiaoling possesses all of them. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Well, you say that. Not to pile on with Girly here, but... I remember how the students of the dojo used to look up to you. You had a pretty good reputation back then. So what the hell happened, man? Did something go down after I stopped coming to the dojo? Lon? Wonder why you stopped training? You're acquaintances, aren't you, Mr. Arkwright? Yeah, but I wouldn't call us close. Never really talked about stuff like that. I think I've kind of got an idea of what happened, though. How disappointing. Heads up! What? Everyone alright? Yeah. I am unharmed. Swift as a demon, as always. Isn't this the music that was used, where was it? We've heard it like 1 or 2 times on one of the field maps. I don't remember which one. Brother, are you alright? Yes, everything's fine. Not bad. You protected the little girl, too. Yes, you do still carry the blood of the Gekka school. How would you attack us like that? Because of you, my brother... The Shangshu ended up at Longkai Clinic, huh? Better than where you ended up... Better than where our own ended up, I suppose. But not quite as satisfying. Sorry I don't live up to your expectations. I felt some kind of energy in the arena area and decided to drop by. I'm pleased to see some familiar faces. Well then, I'll be taking my leave now. Is that the foremost fighter guy? I'm guessing so. Who was that? Might have come across as a jerk, but I'm sure you saw how powerful his technique was. Yeah, he's the one that's been stirring up rumors recently. The strongest Gekka practitioner there is. He's the one that Ashen told us about. The foremost fighter of the Lai family. I see. How would explain his strength? Doesn't seem like he's involved in what's going on, though. He just shows up and leaves like nothing. The info we got from before seems suspicious now. Yeah. He didn't even try to test my strength. I don't like him. I hope I never see him again. You know, he actually trained at our dojo in the past for about a year. Seemed like every student there wanted to challenge him, and he defeated them all with ease. Including me. That's why you lost your nerve. Yes, when you defeated me, I felt the overwhelming gap between our abilities. It was too much for me to overcome. But I believe now I understand the reason for our differences. Huh? Well, that's not what I expected. This doesn't mean I'm going to return to the way of martial arts, though. However, the emptiness in my soul feels a bit more full now. Mother. Anyway, I believe our father ought to be returning soon. I think I'll take my leave here. Xiaoling, I'm sorry for leaving you with such a heavy burden. Hold on, we're not done here. He's just gonna keep walking. Well, that was a pretty weird interruption. But at least everything turned out alright at the end. Yeah, I'll say. Should probably keep an eye out for that guy in the future, though. Milan, I trust you'll be able to move forward with your life now.
That's a wrap.
Reward deposit.
Alright. Oh, I was hoping I'd get a little bit of chaos.
What's more?
And thanks for helping me with my brother. I didn't really get you the ending that you wanted, though. It's alright, I think he was finally able to get over what happened in the past, so that counts as a win for me. Wasn't expecting that guy to show up, though. Anyway, I'll bet Leland's at the bathhouse by now. He always used to swing by after practice. I'll probably go check on him in a bit. Thanks to you, I think my brother's finally gotten over what happened. As for where we go from here, well, I'll have to see what Baba says. My daughter told me what happened. My apologies for having involved you in our family affairs. I must say, however, I do agree with her. I believe it would be best for Leland to take over the dojo. Well, the only thing we'd do now is wait to see what will become of this. But why not let her do it? Although she doesn't want to do it is probably the reasonable response there. He wants to do bracer work, which is a perfectly respectable career in this universe. What's up?
Nice bath.
Darn, looks like you found me. You haven't changed a bit. I think you've been keeping well informed. I mean, of all times, you decided to come back now. Must have heard what's going on with Heiwei. There's no fooling you, Van. Still, all I wanted was to check up on the situation with my family. I'll be headed back to the capital tomorrow. Anyway, you guys have some important investigation stuff to take care of, don't you? Make sure you take care of yourselves. Sorry for getting you guys mixed up in our family problems, by the way. Here's hoping you'll forget all about it by the time we run into each other again. No.
Let's see here.
Let's go to the first one real quick.
On my way.
Have a small chat at the clinic before doing our next
did you heard
forest
something?
VG. Or do we turn in for the night? I'm actually pretty tired right now, and it's midnight at the moment. Been a while since I've seen him around. Well, that aside, I'm glad Leland seems to have gotten his focus back.
Oh, did you heard something?
Okay. So I'm gonna head over there. And we are gonna do the rest of the side quests another time. I'm pretty bushed right now, so I think turning in early is the right move for me. And by early, I mean not ending the stream at nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. So, it's a shorter stream, but we will be back next time. If I do stream tomorrow, it will be another late stream. We'll see. But until then, have a good night.